something you can't fix.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
It's Jay and Adam. It's Preview.
It's Preview's Fix It with Adam and Jay.
Hey, Peaches! Welcome to Fix It, where friends don't let friends fix pop culture alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay. And you're our listener.
Hi, listeners.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there in podcast land? For those of you who don't know us, it's Adam and Jay from the fantabulously hit YouTube reaction channel Preview.
Yeah, that's the main thing we do.
That is technically, that is the main thing that we do.
That is the trunk to this tree, Jay.
Here at Fix It, Adam and I, every week, take a little small part of pop culture that we think can be a little better.
I mean, most of these are probably pretty good.
Most of these are probably pretty okay. But
They could be better.
they could be better. Today, we are going to be fixing the classic. Is that the right? Would that be the right way to say it? Do you think?
No.
No. Well, the franchise. It's a classic franchise.
True.
In regards to, our upbringing.
Yes.
And our lives. But
Mm-hmm.
the classic franchise, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
2.
Secret of the Ooze.
Did you know this movie came out less than a year after the first one?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It says 2 years on the Wikipedia. Oh, they just cranked this one out, huh?
Yep.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that this movie came out a couple of months after Jim Henson passed away?
Yes, I did. Because the first frame of the movie is in loving memory of Jim Henson.
Yeah.
I watched it on Netflix last night, so that was the...
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For those of you at home, Adam and I had a spicy text thread about this movie as we were both watching through it. All 1 hour and 20 minutes, like almost to the dot. I think that's as legally as short as a movie can physically possibly
I think so,
be.
yeah. It has to be, somewhere, I think, close to 80 minutes to be legally a
feature-length
film. But before we get to fixing the Secret of the Ooze, hey Jay.
Yes?
How you doing?
How am I doing? I'm good. I'm good.
Jay, are you good?
I'm getting, yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
I don't like it when you look at me like that.
Like what?
I don't know, you... Stop panting to the camera! I mean, I am good. I am good. There are a lot of balls in the air right now.
Yes, there are.
And I'm trying to keep all of them up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, I'm keeping about 70% of the balls in the air.
True.
Does that make any sense?
I mean, you did drop my balls earlier this morning. For those of you guys who are listening to this, I mean, this is a banked episode. This is
technically the first banked episode.
Technically, this is the first time we're actually trying to do a real episode.
Yeah.
That will come out at some point in the future.
We've done a lot of tests so far.
Yes. This is our first culmination of all the tests to make an actual episode.
We got the lights, we got the cameras, we got the microphones.
So who knows when you're listening to this?
Who knows?
It could be late summer, could be sometime in this winter. Who knows?
Could be today.
It could quite well. I mean, for somebody, it is definitely today.
That's stupid.
For us,
that's sorry.
When we're recording this,
it's
April 15th.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, we do have a lot of balls in the air.
Yeah.
And the best thing about our balls, Jay, is that when they hit the ground, they do bounce.
Yes, they do. So. They do bounce. Yeah, I did accidentally sleep through my alarm. Well, I didn't set my alarm.
You didn't set your alarm, and the other alarm was gone. Yeah.
Normally, we had a 10 o'clock meeting to test some new tech for the D&D project that may be out at this point.
Maybe you started to watch it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Probably not.
Yeah, bonus action.
Because it's going to take a while to see.
Bonus action had a tech rehearsal to run through some new software and talk through some things. And Kimberly is currently in Philadelphia getting her haircut / going for Passover dinner. And,
that's nice.
Yeah. And normally I have my alarms that wake me up, but I don't have Kimberly here, so I just didn't plug my phone in it. But I went to bed like a raccoon. I just kind of like laid I just laid down and slept wherever I got tired. Like
Where did you sleep last
no,
night?
I slept in bed.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But I was.
But you had to crawl there.
The rules. It is insane. It is insane how Kimberly keeps the wheels on my life.
Are you saying that when Kimberly is gone, you live by raccoon rules?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes. And so I didn't plug in my phone. The alarm didn't wake me up. I woke up at 10:30. We were supposed to be on that call at 10, and I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." But the software that I did all the research for, and the thing, and all of the work that I turned into, maybe using this to tape that content, it went very well.
Yes, it did.
It's gonna look really good.
It's gonna look really good.
So the fruits of my labor are indeed there, but they just came a half hour late, and that's okay. I just don't like looking unprofessional, but I just can't help myself sometimes. It's really unfortunate, but.
I mean, that's a raccoon for you.
But are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Dude.
I hate how fine you are all the time.
Sorry.
I like that. No, you're my friend. Of course, I love you, and I love that you're fine. But it's frustrating to me how the ease of which you just walk through life. Huh?
Oh, yes. Because it was so easy to get to this point today. I'm fine because of the past 4 years where I was doing a ton of work editing all the things together and stuff like that we finally got to a place of like, hey, you know what? We don't need to put out a video a day.
No.
We don't even need to put out 2 videos a week.
Man,
we just need to do content when content is required to be made.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we only need to make 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
And some trailer paloozas as they pop up.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's really
but
just
honest
2
to
videos
God,
a week.
Just compiling, even if we did just a trailer palooza a week, that was just a compiling of all of the stuff we missed. Mm-hmm. And it like, I actually like putting out a trailer palooza on Tuesday. It's like, here's all the stuff. Like, granted, if Obi-Wan comes out, yes, that's got to go out immediately.
Sure.
Like, that's a drop everything kind of trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But, like, I almost kind of like the consistencies of the trailer paloozas in that way. Because it's just like, oh, I know Tuesdays is this. I know Wednesdays is Marvel. Like, there's something to that, I think.
Yeah, it's really nice. But it's allowed me to have enough time to do all the other things. And the onus for a lot of the back end work for these new projects that we're doing is falling on your plate.
Yeah.
So it's great. I'm great. I've got all the time in the world to help Amanda with Kitchen at Best Friends, do auditions, play with the cats, do what needs to be done, for my end of the stuff that we're working on, which is, a lot of work. Jay's not doing all of the work himself. But when it comes to the post-production on that stuff,
yeah,
that is on Jay.
Dude, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to need help with post.
Oh, I know. But for now,
yeah.
If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain.
No, finish it.
Something vitamin C. And someone to blame. Boop, bop, beep. If you like making love at midnight.
Yeah, you remember that part. I don't like making love at midnight. No.
No, man, way earlier
No,
than that.
it's
too late,
I'm
man.
in my midnight? Midnight. Well, I mean, more so, less for me more than you. You're Mr. What time do you go to bed?
Midnight.
Oh, midnight's bedtime?
Yeah.
That's
my night's pretty scheduled now. 10 to 10:30, somewhere in around there, I start playing with the cats. To let them, to run around for about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Then we feed them again. Amanda goes to bed, lays down.
Yeah.
I go to have a snack and watch one last thing, and then I make sure I'm in bed by midnight. So we wake up at 8.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah.
And then you open up your coffin and.
Yeah. rotate on my heels all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, Fortuna plays and I arise. Yeah. And the world cries. Because I am here.
Yeah. Is there a reason that Kimberly goes to bed before me? But we have a very specific reason for that.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Oh, I just want her to fall asleep before I go to bed because I snore.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you did it, or does she just like to go to bed sooner?
She likes to go to bed sooner.
Okay.
I like.
She actually has a job and like is tired and.
Amanda?
Yeah.
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 She does. But she just tires out before I do.
Oh, that's fair.
Granted, also I sometimes take a nap in the afternoon, where she does not because she is tutoring.
That's true.
So I'll sometimes fall asleep around like 5-6 o'clock for about a half hour or so, just because. Well, I got the video out. I'm exhausted. Hey!
Yeah. That's just stuck in my head, man. I'm getting caught in the rain.
Oh, okay.
So, long and the short of it, I'm fine.
That's great.
I'm great.
I'm great.
I'm great.
I'm glad that you're great.
Adam.
Yes, Jay.
Should we fix Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes, Jay. We absolutely need to fix Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze. Brian, hit us with that beautiful bean trivia footage.
You know what? That's what I was thinking it was going to be.
Beautiful
Yeah.
bean trivia footage? That exact phrasing?
Well, no, it's going to be Brian. Here's that beautiful movie knowledge.
Yeah, okay. We get Brian. Yeah, don't edit it this one. We're gonna give you we're gonna give you that sweet take. We're gonna give you that hot take. Okay, go.
Hey, Brian. Here's with that beautiful movie knowledge.
I think I can do it better than you.
You think? Then please do.
Brian.
It needs to be recognizable as a word, Jay. It just can't be a sound. A monosyllabic sound is not gonna work.
Brian.
There you go.
Brian. Hit us with that big, beautiful movie trivia. Throw some trivia in the chat. See, I can do it like that. Brian, hit us with that big, beautiful movie trivia.
Producer Brian here. Thank you for the unique intro, gentlemen. But yes, today's movie is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. This movie was released on March 22nd, 1991. Its runtime is 88 minutes. It was directed by Michael Pressman and written by Todd W. Langen. It stars Paige Turco, David Warner, Ernie Reyes Jr., and as the Turtles, Brian Tochi, Robbie Rist, Adam Carl, and Lori Faso. This movie has a lot of replaced cast members from the first movie. This movie also had a $25 million budget, which was twice the budget of the earlier film. That was around $13.5 million. This movie ended up making $78.6 million, and if you care, it has a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. Back to you, gentlemen.
There it is. See?
Yeah, you nailed it.
That's how we do.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate all that information. You did a very good job summing everything up. Now, I have no idea what Brian just said. I'm sure it was thorough. But after watching the movie last night, I don't know how, but YouTube surfaced a video of, hey, this is what happened with Secret of the Ooze. Do you want to know what happened with Secret? It's like, I do want to know what happened to that movie. There's a channel called Toy Galaxy that's like, hey, the rise and fall of like He-Man or Master of the Universe and Ninja Turtles and SWAT Cat, like all these the cartoons and the toys we played with as kids.
Oh, I got a
channel just like,
what's it called?
Toy Galaxy.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
They just like, hey, here's how it came into Providence. Here's what happened during it, and here's what happened after it. And this is how it kind of faded out.
Yeah.
And YouTube surfaced the video on Secret of the Ooze. Like, hell yeah, it was like 15 minutes. Like, perfect timing. How is it perfect timing? I'm not sure, but perfect timing. Clicked on it, so I watched. So I don't know what Brian just told us, but I have also further information I watched from that video last night.
Hit me.
So, Secret of the Ooze came out a year after the first movie,
which is insane.
The first movie came out in 90. The second one came out in 91, which is an insane turnaround time. But apparently, like New Line Cinema was used to that kind of schedule with a lot of the horror movies that was coming out in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and also they already had the suits. That's one of the hardest parts of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know exactly what your pitch is going to be to fix it. I know what mine is.
Okay.
But it turns out that I think some of the ideas that I had for sure, one of the I think it was Eastman had the same thought process I did of what the sequel should have been.
Oh.
It's not the same thing, but it's very close to like, oh, it should have introduced this stuff to lead to a third movie that would introduce this stuff.
Okay.
And the people who own the rights or whatever, like Playmates was who they did the toys. They're like, yeah, no, this movie is specifically being made to sell toys.
Oh.
Because a lot of people got very angry with the first movie because people actually beat the crap out of each other, and like everyone used their weapons to fight humans.
Yeah.
And parents were very upset about that.
That's what makes the movie awesome.
Yeah.
And a classic.
Uh-huh.
I would argue, I mean, and I've said this multiple times in this past couple of days, the first Ninja Turtle movie is, and fight me in the comments on the YouTube video. Come at me. I dare you. The first Ninja Turtle movies is like top 5 best comic book movies ever made. It's incredible. It's a triumph. Those Ninja Turtle suits are impressive even by today's standards.
Yes, they are.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And like the level of Jim Henson genius banging around in that movie, it actually led me to what I want to see happen in my pitch today.
Okay.
Like that's kind of what I'm leaning on is the Jim Henson stuff. But so people were upset about that.
People were very angry with the first movie.
They didn't like Sad Leo in the bathtub.
No,
Yo,
they did not
that
like
farm,
Raph.
Was it Raph in the bathtub?
It's Raph in the bathtub.
That's
Raph
right.
almost died. I was going to bring this up later. Yeah, but Raph almost died in the first movie.
Yeah, and April O'Neil like drawing,
Yeah.
sad. Yeah, April O'Neil was drawing Sad Leo, and Raph was in the bathtub. That's right. I always confused the two. Man.
Yes. So if you noticed, maybe subconsciously you noticed that Raphael, Michelangelo, and Leonardo never hit anybody with their weapons in the second movie.
No, I know. Oh, no, I definitely noticed it. The only time Leo ever uses his swords, he puts them into the ceiling so he can do like kicks.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's why very conveniently in the cartoon version, the Foot Clan are all robots.
Yes, exactly.
Which I mean is a great so they can actually use their weapons.
Uh-huh.
Cuz I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think they thought it through how it was going to go, giving one of the turtles 2 swords.
No, they did. Eastman and Laird knew exactly what they were doing. The people that owned the rights for the cartoon and stuff, and then the movies, had no idea.
Absolutely. The OG comic books they're like, oh, okay, whoa.
Just in case you guys have never read the original comic books of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. God, I just want to say it so fast. Shredder dies in the first issue.
Yeah.
Leonardo cuts his head off.
Uh-huh.
It's astounding.
Nuts.
My parents got me the 300-page...
Do you still have that?
I think so. At home in my closet, yeah.
I want to read that.
It's the original run of the comics, 300 pages, like the first 26 or so issues. Like, they had no idea what they were buying me. I was 10, 11, 12. I mean, I was 12 when the second movie came out.
Yeah.
So, like, impressionable, but like, Shredder gets his head cut off. 10-year-old me, like, it's done off panel.
Yeah.
It's done in silhouette.
Sure.
But it's cool, but not bloody and disgusting. But like, man, it was the 80s and 90s. Parents were really concerned about us seeing violence.
Yeah, they really were. They really were. I really spending this much time with the turtles in the past couple of days, it's taught me anything. I want to read more.
Yes.
I was like, oh yeah, all this research I'm doing is like, they're like, well, in the longest running, like the book that's running right now, this happened. I was like, this all sounds incredible.
Yeah, if you haven't read the recent run of I think it's IDW, I think.
Yeah,
or is
it's IDW.
Holy, like, I don't know what,
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, what, maybe issue 200 at this point?
Yeah.
Something like that? It's apparently
I want
very, very good.
want it.
I have not read it, but I heard very good things about it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I think Secret of the Ooze is just so... is because the first one was so good from stem to stern, even though in the face of so many obstacles of getting it made, they had a shrinking budget. They asked for more money to finish the movie, and they said no, just go with what you shot, and that's the movie we got, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But all of that stuff is gone in the sequel because they had way more money, and they just decided to. You know what it was? It was basically the decision from going from Tim Burton's Batman to Schumacher's.
Yes.
Everything was
100%.
way brighter and way more cartoony.
That's the best version. That's the best comparison. Like,
well, I mean, you could take it the first, like, when I watched, because I hadn't seen the movie in like 20 years.
Yeah.
If more than that. Way more than that.
And I remember it way more fondly than it actually.
I remember it more fondly than what. But the first 90 seconds, 2 minutes, is just a montage of people walking around New York eating pizza.
What? Why? Why?
Because the turtles love pizza.
But
and
they just
everyone in New York, and because Jay, we eat pizza all the time
panned
because we
to
live here.
Everyone eating pizza as if there was there was something afoot, like pun intended, I guess.
I hate you.
I didn't.
You knew what you did.
So I keep forgetting there are cameras here. It seems like it was just like they're like, what are they putting in that pizza? That everyone's eating pizza like that.
It's fun. It's New York City. Pizza's fun. Yay!
Yeah, but it's just from word jump. This movie just doesn't.
Yeah, because it's pizza. It's party time, Jay.
And
it's pizza time.
And if it was an extension of like the Turtles universe from the first movie we got, oh my gosh, like. I think it's, that's the thing about, like, this show that we're making here is that, like, it's inherently negative because we're like, oh, this is bad. We want to fix it. But it's like, but I think we're trying to make it as positive as we can in that, like, this should have been very good.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first one is incredible.
It still holds up. The first one still holds up.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm watching it last night on of course, 1.5 speed because I was like, I just got to get through this.
Oh, I fast forwarded a little bit.
I can't. But like, just the first shot
when they were figuring out the antidote, I was like, nope.
Yeah. This is everyone eating pizzas. This is like, that's dumb. That's not how we set up New York City in the 90s. That's just dumb.
In no way.
That's just dumb.
In no way.
And then we see what is his name? Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh, the actor?
Yeah, the actor's name.
Brian knows.
It is stuntman actor Ernie Reyes Jr. of Surf Ninjas fame, and that is a perfect film, so we will never be fixing Surf Ninjas.
Yes, him.
Yeah. Keno, yeah.
We see him at Roy's Pizza. That is an actual pizza joint here in the city, still here.
I mean, yeah.
Delivering pizza.
Can I? Okay.
Yeah.
He was holding that pizza box.
Yeah, it was.
He was holding his delivery box to the side, and I was like, "That pizza is everywhere."
Ruined. Yeah,
I was like, Keno, what are you doing, man?
It's ruined.
What are you doing? That pizza is that cheese. It's a cheese bomb. Come on, sir. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Interrupts a weird underground
pseudo mall.
Yeah, pseudo mall that
has a toy shop and a butcher shop.
Oh, yeah.
It's the weirdest
the weirdest little underground mall here. It wasn't like a subway because we have some of those that in this leading to the subways now, but not in the 90s. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there. But he interrupts a thing, and then it's all brightly lit, and then we see the turtles come down the stairs and then just jump in. It's like, no, this movie is. I can already see them in a brightly lit room. This movie's going to be really bad.
It's over.
Because if you remember in the first movie, we didn't actually see the turtles until 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And when it was harsh, harsh lighting. It was all black and white. Like it was all not black and white, but it was the shadows were deep.
Yes.
The lighting had a hard edge to
it. Because they're ninjas.
Because they're freaking ninjas.
Yeah.
And it's just that is just gone.
Yeah.
Everything is so well lit in this movie. Just if it's the same film, right? Same film, but with much stricter lighting.
Yeah.
With hard line shadows. Like, it changes drastically.
Yeah.
It's still not good, but it looks way better. Because everything was brightly lit. Everything was brightly lit. Mm-hmm. That's not what ninjas do, Jay.
This movie, they're not ninjas. They're not even teenagers. The amount of the jokes, a lot of the jokes they're making, I'm like, this was written by a 48-year-old man in a writer's room that's full of smoke.
Yeah.
I was like, Raph puts on the hat and does a Casablanca reference, the Ninja Turtles have not seen Casablanca. They have not seen it. Like, they're supposed to be 15 years old. I didn't see Casablanca till I was in my 30s. Like, this is not...
Jay, I still haven't seen it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, who? What? No. Okay. Let's fix this movie. I think
Yes.
we've been circling around why this is bad. And I
Yes,
think...
we have.
Because I want you to go first.
Oh, okay.
Because I think... Because I don't know. I'm just excited for what you have to say.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna fix it. We just hew way closer to the comics.
Okay.
Like way closer to the comics.
Okay.
So it's right after, or, maybe like a week or so after the events of the first movie, kind of where the second movie picks up, right?
Yeah.
So, but like the Foot Clan is still out there. Shredder was defeated and killed in a dump truck.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yes.
But the turtles are right to not go back home because they need to find a new place. Mm-hmm. So the Foot Clan's still out there. They're in shambles. I like them still trying to figure their stuff out. Mm-hmm. It's because their second in command is still out there just trying to hold things together.
Yeah.
So I think basically the movie kind of starts off similarly, where the turtles are at April's place trying to figure out what their next move is. The Foot Clan's still out there trying to figure out what their next move is.
Yeah.
I like April covering TGRI was actually a good way of introducing them into the story, and then Splinter being like, oh crap, wait a second, hey, that's the same name on this tube that I had.
I think that's the one move this movie makes that I think I'm keeping that as well, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not gonna have that, the letters on the tube in the first movie when he does the backstory.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty decent way of introducing them in this movie.
Yeah, it's not half bad.
It's not half bad. But I think what should happen is that TGRI needs to be a third wing player in this movie, where they get hip to what happened, that there are these weird, strange sightings of these humanoid turtles running around the city.
If they made a huge mistake making mutagen, then they're gonna be people are gonna be like, man, there's just big anthropomorphized turtles running around. Can you believe it? Oh, there was that one that one that rolled into the sewer.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah, they gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay, I think you and I are on the same wavelength on that front.
So Foot Clan's trying to figure out their stuff out. Turtles trying to figure their stuff out, and then all of a sudden, TGI shows up with hitmen, bouncers, somebody, trying to figure out what these turtles are.
Okay.
Capture one of them to figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
Which hips the Foot Clan to what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Which then, because we could also I don't mind Shredder not being super dead. He can be mostly dead.
Yeah.
He is not in most of the movie.
Because in this movie, they mentioned Shredder being dead, and that's why they're at April's house. And then literally within, I clocked it. It's 13 minutes, Shredder's back.
Yeah, as if nothing happened.
As if nothing happened. And they're like, oh, you look terrible. It's he's got a scar on his face.
He got crouched.
He got the crouch.
Casey Jones, just oops.
Oops.
That oops is ingrained in my, because as a kid, I was 10.
I can see it.
Yes. Because oh man, Splinter just kicked, or made Splinter or Shredder fall off the thing. That was nuts. Whoa. Oops. Oh my god, they just killed Shredder. What? Oh my god. Yeah. You see the helmet get crumpled. Yeah, you see a red streak on the cruncher thing.
Yeah, it's messed up.
They killed him.
Yeah, it's messed
So
up.
he should be messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, having the Foot Clan reconvene in the trash area, I don't know, garbage, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And you just kind of leave it at that. Maybe have you see a secret, there's secret something going on in the background. Just you see stuff going on in the background, you don't draw any attention to it. You just see people working. You see something behind a curtain. You just don't draw attention to it because they're worried about other stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying to get mutagen. So, and TGI is trying to find them. And then Foot Clan messes up their plans. Foot Clan gets some mutagen. They got to test it on some stuff. They make a couple of mutants. Great. Now, I know why they didn't use Bebop and Rocksteady, because it was copyright stuff and toys, and they didn't want to mess with... Because they weren't in the comics. It was a cartoon exclusive.
Yeah.
But let's just say everyone's working together, and everyone's on the same page here.
They're in the comics now.
Yeah, now.
Because they're awesome.
They are awesome.
It's great. I mean, like, they're... Yeah.
So, they make Bebop and Rocksteady, and it's off of humans turning into animals.
Yes.
Not just animals turning into... what have yous.
Yes.
So it's a little different than like the turtles just like, getting turning humanoid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not infants. They are actually a threat from jump.
From jump.
From jump.
Okay.
They are trouble. They are a menace.
Yeah.
They are putting people in they are wrecking shop for the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
Because they know they made a mistake with these guys.
Yeah.
And they are barely being able to hold on to their loyalty. Like, okay, whoa, yeah, we're sorry, because they're Foot Clan members. Okay, yep, sorry, yep, but now you're like super powered Rhino and whatever the other one was.
Warthog. He's a
Warthog. Ninjas. So granted, in the suits they'd be a little wonky, but they definitely know how to fight.
Yeah, but if they were to make Bebop and Rocksteady. And look, we understand that from in the time frame that this movie came out, and with obviously they just didn't have the rights to them, so they couldn't use them. So obviously, we're talking a little bit out of pocket. And in the time frame of Brian brought up really interesting points. He's like, well, would this have even been possible? We are existing in a fantasy world right now.
Yeah. But
if they had built Bebop and Rocksteady to the degree at which they'd built the Turtles,
yeah,
that's good.
So now they have real good. Yeah, so now we have Bebop and Rocksteady running around with the Foot Clan. And now we have more mutants that is catching, people's eye. Now TGR is like, well, crap. Now we got more of them. We got to lock all of this stuff down. So now everyone's against each other.
Okay.
The Turtles still trying to, they can find the subway station, but they need to be actively Donnie has an idea of I might have an idea of where we can be looking. There are a lot of abandoned subway stations here in New York City. Maybe we should start looking for some of them, a new home there, not just randomly pop under the street and all of a sudden we're in a fully powered subway station.
Maybe we can have characters with characteristics that actually exist.
Yep.
There's that. And then B, actually influence the story moving forward. There's the one moment in the actual movie where when they find out that the Ooze was kind of a mistake, and Donnie kind of has a moment.
Donnie's not cool. Yeah.
And I was and then they just never talk about it again. And I was like, that is a really interesting moment, and then it's gone.
Yep.
Why did we even pause for that? Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there were actually story arcs in the first movie.
Yes.
For each of the Turtles. There are none in the second one.
None.
And I'm not really talking about that here, but it's easy to come up with character arcs for each of these characters for this movie.
Yeah.
Donnie's existential nightmare of I thought we might have been special and we're nothing. What are we even doing here?
Yeah.
I'm just, this is off the top of my head. Raph could be kicking himself because he was able to do nothing against Splinter, and also he got his ass handed to him by the entire Foot Clan.
Yeah,
he was, he grew closer to his brothers after them coming together, but he's probably been training his ass off trying to wreak havoc on these guys. What they show, he's probably still got an anger issue for what they did to him.
Yeah,
after the events of the first movie. Leo is I also could not touch Shredder. I'm supposed to be the leader of this team, and I got my butt whooped. Splinter, what am I missing? Why am I not able to do what I need to do to lead my brothers?
Because he does enough training, and I think with Leo it's more of a mental thing.
It's a mental thing.
And Raph is a body thing.
Exactly.
And I think Mikey is just dealing with being the baby.
Yep.
He's everyone treats me like a baby the whole time. We're basically the same age. Why is this dynamic?
I can do this too. Yep.
Mikey's got to prove that
he can do it.
He can do it.
Yep.
Even though we already know he can do it.
So the third act, basically everyone comes together at one point. It's a freaking battle royale.
Yeah.
Because TGI is trying to stop both teams. Turtles are trying to stop Bebop and Rocksteady and the Foot Clan, not knowing that, oh, by the way, they've been working with, maybe they kidnapped or got enough information from TGRI and how to figure out the mutagen, and the trump card comes in out of nowhere. It is Super Shredder, or Shredder just back by using the mutagen.
Okay.
Shows up Act 3 and wrecks everyone's shop.
Okay.
Everybody gets their butt kicked. So now all those lessons need to be learned.
Like, it's like the Foot Clan leader realized that Bebop and Rocksteady were maybe a bit too much and was kind of sneaking some mutagen on the side. And, okay.
And now Shredder's got to lay down the law on everybody. And he does not kill himself by pushing over beams this time. It's actually a fight where our turtles actually have to take out Shredder.
Yeah, and Shredder...
It's not being saved by Splinter. The turtles do it. And or with help from TGRI because they realize, oh crap, our mutagen's out of control.
Yeah.
With the help of TGRI, maybe a little help from the Foot Clan, or Bebop and Rocksteady just being like, hey, we don't want to get our butts kicked. Like, hey, Shredder, we actually liked you. Okay, this isn't cool. Stop, what have you. Everyone works together. Turtles get the win. All is well. They find a new home. The Foot Clan's in retreat. Maybe Bebop and Rocksteady are still with them. Who knows? But TGRI is like, great, we need to clean this whole mess up. Yep, we're just going to... Oh, it's corporate espionage, or whatever it is. They come up with a cover story for what happened, right?
It's gas balloons.
Yeah, gas balloons. Hooray! Everything works out. The city is saved again. Huzzah! And there's the mysterious turtles. Still, what? No, yeah, that's not a thing. And then, hooray! Turtle power! Yay! I made a funny. Actually, and it's actually Splinter actually ends the movie with a joke that was set up the whole time. That's actually good.
Yeah,
like the first movie.
But
he actually does it this time. And then the credits roll, and a new TURTLT power shows up, and so maybe some other cool synth, pop rock, whatever. Because the first movie's soundtrack was amazing. We have some of those bands come back for the second one. It's fantastic. And then all of a sudden, credits stop, and we're back with TGRI getting rid of the mutagen. Or we think they're getting rid of the mutagen, and it turns out that there are brains in all these guys' stomachs. And yeah. Credits.
It's just you set up Kang.
You'll see in the third movie. I'm setting up the Triceratons.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Triceraton.
The third movie. We're going to get to Turtles in time. But when we do, I just know whenever that fill-in episode comes up, I am ditching the entire movie and I'm just going to be pitching the Triceraton sequel. Just know that. This movie should... How do you fix Turtles in time? You don't ever make it.
Triceratons.
Triceratons show up.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's good, man.
And there's harsh lighting. People use their weapons. People really get hurt.
And that's relatively tight, too.
Yeah. And you keep, just under 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're kind of in this similar wheelhouse. We're just going about a different way. I guess I'll just...
Jay, how are you going to fix the movie? I'm supposed to say something now. Jay, how do you fix the movie?
Okay. The movie opens... Well,
you got to give me a sentence of your thesis statement.
Oh.
Give me thesis, Jay.
Did you give me a thesis?
I did. Just you closer to the comics.
Oh. Mine is we're going to expand the universe a little bit, and we're going to give the people that actually made the first movie a success a chance to shine a little bit more.
All right.
My movie is going to open up exactly what we were talking about. April interviewing with TGRI. That interview interstitched with the Turtles, like a montage over time of them continuing to fight the Foot Clan across the city.
The remnants of the Foot Clan.
The remnants of the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan is like they have had like some ebbs and flows, but the Turtles. April's star is rising as an investigator and a journalist, but also the Turtles star. Like people are starting to. It's not like they have their picture in the paper.
Social media is not around right now.
Exactly.
So yeah,
but it's starting to become like an urban legend in New York about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So their raisin is rising a little bit to the point where. Eventually, the montage of April, like, doing interviews, realizes she catches wind of what's going on with the mutagen in this company, eventually finds her way into interviewing like the CEO of it's TGRI, right?
TGRI, yeah.
Yeah, with the CEO of TGRI. She's interviewing him, asking about the mutagen. He's denying it, blah, 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 blah. But he's also kind of suspicious how she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
She's got some type of, inside information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as, like, her interview concludes, she, leaves. And, like, the shot turns around into the CEO, like, walking into a lab where he meets up with their lead robotics expert, Baxter Stockman.
Oh, that's...
What?
Jay,
Yes?
it's very good.
It's good, right?
I totally forgot about Baxter Stockman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot
And
about
Baxter Stockman is in a true, like, Turtles joke, he is, like, working on the next mousetrap.
Yeah, man.
Like, the best mousetrap.
Yeah.
And it's Mousers.
Yeah.
And he's working on Mousers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it gets, they're talking with him about, they're like, we don't need another mousetrap. Like, this is not what we asked you for. Like, why are we spending all this money? Like, you're on thin ice, Stockman. You're on thin ice. And then it pans away, and the CEO is like talking to his assistant, like, we got to get this mutagen under control. Like, very clearly, like, these turtles are part of the problem. Baxter overhears this. And he's just like, oh, just before you go, I've been hearing about them, and I realized that I just kind of figured out that maybe that might have been us. You know, like, there's been, he's like, I've heard, at the water cooler about, what that green stuff was, but we're all real hush-hush about it. But I figured maybe that was us. So I've been working on something. And he moves over to his lab and pulls the sheet off of Metalhead. Baxter Stockman has built a Metalhead in case they wanted to go, who's based off of Mouser technology, like initially a Mouser, and it would let the Henson Company go absolutely bananas on making a robotic Ninja Turtle. To the like, I just thought we might as well fight fire with fire, right, guys? Like, he's like, I did a little digging into, some of the files and things like that, so I kind of, we know what they are, right? Like, we can say the Turtles, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, and so they send, like, the Foot Clan's still doing their thing, but eventually, like, they're busting up the Foot Clan, and they get intercepted by a fully weaponized Metalhead. Huge ninja fight. We're talking, he has the ability to, like, mimic all of their moves.
Yeah, he's like a Mazo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Granted, there would be some scenes here and there, like, building up some other stuff, but, like, this is just overarching.
Yeah.
But the Turtles beat Metalhead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they beat Metalhead, and Metalhead, they beat Metalhead in the new subway system lair.
Oh,
like, he follows them back.
Oh,
and they fight there, and they take him out, and they were like, they take him out, but they're like, he's seen here. We can't, like, throw him away. We don't know what he's capable of. He has to stay here. So they, like, tie him up, even though he's, like, off.
Right.
All the while, after, like, Metalhead fighting the Turtles and eventually making it back to the sewer makes, like, headlines, and it's the first time that the Turtles are kind of, like, out. Splinter's pissed.
Right.
Because he's like, you're not supposed to be seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be seen. And then it becomes, like, big news, and then TGRI is obviously so mad and so embarrassed. They're like, it can't really be tied back to us.
Right.
But this April O'Neil keeps showing up and keeps asking all the wrong questions. Like, it's gonna get back to us. So they like mark Baxter Stockman as a, like,
he's the fall guy.
He's the fall guy, but he is, like, pissed.
Yep.
He's pissed. He steals his computer and, like, takes it with him, like, with all of, like, the TGRI secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and finds the Foot Clan.
Oh, God damn. Jay.
Yeah,
Jay.
what's up, dude?
Jay, I love this.
I've been thinking about it so much. I literally, like, the thing is like, last time we did a test episode, I was like, this would be pretty good. But, like, as I've been thinking about it, I was like, this rules. I love this. Because I just want to see the Henson Company make Metalhead.
Yeah,
It'll
man.
be so good.
This is very,
It'll
very
be
good.
so good. And then Baxter goes and fights the Foot Clan.
Sure.
And he's like, I need you to steal me some mutagen. Here's where I think it is. The Foot Clan goes and steals mutagen. Maybe they fight the turtles there or whatever. If we need more turtle fighting, sure.
Sure, yeah.
And then, much like yours, he builds Bebop and Rocksteady.
Mm-hmm.
And they are a menace. They are. I need Bebop and Rocksteady to be. I need their. Like, this movie had $25 million budget.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This
all
movie
right.
had $25 million budget. Right, Brian?
Yeah, this movie had a $25 million budget in 1991. With inflation, today its budget would have been almost $53 million.
It had the. If they had the ability to make Bebop and Rocksteady, because the turtle costumes were already made.
Yeah.
They didn't need to spend them. They didn't need to spend any money on the turtle suits. They're already there. Like, they're already there. They maybe needed to zhuzh them up.
Maybe
a little bit.
maybe the just a little paint job, but yeah, that's
But
about
I'm
it.
telling you, you build Bebop and Rocksteady even better than looking at the turtles, and they are so scary. And it's Stockman who is like kind of leading the Foot Clan and kind of pissing off the second in command.
Like worm-tonguing it a little bit?
Worm-tonguing it a little bit with the second in command, but the second in command the whole time, this is something I should have set up earlier, but he's been real cagey about a lot of stuff. He's been really weird. The Foot Clan's been making really erratic moves. We're not sure what's going on with him. And Bebop and Rocksteady underneath Stockman and the Foot Clan, it's just like it's open warfare on the turtles. Like, do what you want to do. Like, let's make a mess of New York City.
Yeah.
Like, let's go to town. And it's the turtles get thwomped. Get absolutely thwomped. And they're licking their wounds back in the subway.
Mm-hmm.
And Donnie has an idea. And Donnie reprograms.
Yes, he does.
Reprograms
Yes,
Metalhead.
he does. Yes, he does. He absolutely does.
Reprograms Metalhead, and it's just like, maybe this can work. Like, it's the kind, like, maybe it's there could be like some running bit where like the CPU still talks or whatever.
Oh, sure.
Even though he's shut down, and like Donnie over time is like just talking to him and like winning him
Makes
over.
an AI friend.
And then I think Metalhead is the one that was like, "Do you guys need help?" Like, yes.
Because you gotta make Metalhead a character.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I like that. That's just coming to me now, but I was like, yeah, I think over the course of the movie, like, it's a running joke. Like, maybe Brian actually said this when I was talking to him earlier. He was like, they're gonna make Metalhead a pizza oven in his chest. Of course they are. And I was like, yeah, that's just good.
That's the 90s.
That's also the night. I mean, everyone's eating pizza in New York City, baby. Everyone's eating pizza. But then Metalhead and the Turtles.
So, like, this is the beginning of like, the third act, right? Turtles get their asses handed to them by Bebop and Rocksteady. Now they're licking their wounds, and Bebop's like, or not, Metalhead's like, do you guys need some help? At the beginning of Act 3, like, spark of hope, something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Stockman is with the Foot Clan and realizes that he sees on his computer that Metalhead has reactivated.
That's good. Yep.
It's like, oh, Metalhead's back on. We gotta send everybody. I don't know what's going on. Central Park. Like, I'm talking like the bridge, the fountain.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Full. That's the thing about Ninja Turtles is that they are actually they're such a New York thing.
Yes, they are.
Like, it really, like, I really want New York to hum.
Yeah.
Like,
New York needs to be a character.
It needs to be a character.
It's not just rooftops. They can fight in Central Park at night.
Yeah. And I think the Turtles just absolutely take it to the Foot Clan, Bebop, and Rocksteady. TGRI shows up because they also some of their tech turned back on. Turned back out. Some of their tech turned back out. Some of their tech turned back on, and they were like, "Well, what's happening?" TGRI shows up. They take her. They like kind of scoop up Stockman, Bebop, and Rocksteady, and the Foot Clan. They're like, "Get out of here. We can't be tied to you. Get out of here." Yeah. And then we find out, and then I think the tail end of the movie is that like we find out like why the second in command has been like so cagey and so weird and maybe been stealing mutagen, is that he has been doing his best to resuscitate a completely unconscious and like completely broken Shredder who he rescued and has been resuscitating, and Stockman has been helping him with his mutagen science, and we don't necessarily have a super Shredder exactly. Oh no, actually I'm so sorry. Stockman doesn't get taken by TGRI. He escapes.
Okay.
Because he comes back and talks to the guy of the Foot Clan and is like, "Oh, like, but how is our patient?" It's Shredder. And
that's your tease.
A very similar tease to yours actually.
Oh,
is if it were me, because I think we know that needs to be the third movie. Not Triceratons. You're a mad lad, and I love it.
We're going to space, baby.
That's insane. But I think like, oh, how's our patient doing? And then like we see like Shredder's vitals doing really well, and he's like, we probably should make a full recovery soon, but he's going to be a lot different than what he was. And Baxter's like, I'm counting on it. And then he's like, I think there's some things that I found on this computer that I stole that I think might wildly interest him. And then we pan down to the computer and it's just the Technodrome.
The Technodrome done right,
yeah, man,
is very good.
Very good.
Is very,
it's
and
very
that's,
good.
What? Here's the thing. As we're kind of reaching the conclusion here of the episode, I was thinking about this last night because I didn't sleep very well last night because I just kept thinking about this movie.
I kept thinking about Ninja.
And just thinking about just thinking about Turtles. Just thinking about Turtles the whole night. Was that the absolute utter failure of this film? Even though it made money, but just in the long run, it did not do the Turtle franchise any help. It's still thriving, but like, man, if the second movie kicked as much ass as the first one, we could be in a much different Turtle universe right
100%,
now.
100%.
What I'm trying to get at is, we live in a time now where comic books still rule the day.
Yeah.
And they will for the foreseeable future, because thankfully smart people are in charge of enough properties that they're going about this the right way, and the public is not getting sick of this because they're handling these properties very smartly, very well, and it's still entertaining and engaging seeing all these new characters pop up in universes already what's well established.
Yeah.
So, what I'm thinking is that the one market the Ninja Turtles have yet to conquer or even make content for is the original group of kids that loved them in the 80s and 90s who are now adults.
Yeah.
Because they're like, at the time of the movie came out, like the only people that liked the Turtles were between the ages of like 6 and 13. Mm-hmm. Well, that demographics changed radically. Yeah, dude. It's not between like it could. Thank you. It took a second. Did it take a second?
No, I just like
it
you
took
just
a second.
Man, no, it was like it didn't even feel like a bit because you just like really meant it, and it didn't make me laugh. It just I was like, yeah, yeah, man, cowabunga. It is a beautiful thing when someone means it when they say cowabunga.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, cowabunga!
Even to this day, yes.
I love it.
There have been, so we had the original Turtles cartoon in the 80s and 90s that went away. Then they had the live action show on Fox afternoons, which failed miserably. Then they had the 03 cartoon, which was actually really good. Okay. Then I think it ran for a couple until like the last season was kind of weird. They went to the future. Then I think they were gone for a hot second, and then I think it was like in 11 or 12 when 12. The Turtles popped up with that CG show on Nickelodeon. Uh-huh. That was very good.
It was good
until like the last season. It was very good. Yeah. And then now,
it was very clear that they were like they knew what they were making too. Yes. With that show. It was like I was like because I remember my nephews were into it, and I like caught a couple minutes, and I was like, "Oh, this is Ninja Turtles. Yes, this isn't like, okay, cool, man.
This is good.
Like it's not
for
not
kids,
1 for 1, obviously, but
you But hey, adults, this is actually pretty good. There's some deep storylines going on here if you're paying attention. It's not just the fighty fight and the silliness.
I walked away from doing research for this movie just being like, oh yeah, I really love the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
I really do.
A lot of us do. Yes.
I forgot how much I love this.
The point being, then the show after that was not great because like they changed the art direction like immensely, and Raph was the leader. It's like no, can we not? Okay,
no,
don't
change with the dynamic. Please don't change the dynamics.
No.
Don't do it.
The new comic run in IUW is doing great. It's doing so many issues. My pitch, my wish right now is, hey, Paramount, because it's Nickelodeon owns the rights.
No.
You guys have a brand new streaming service, Paramount Plus.
Show.
It's doing okay, I guess. You're treading water. You're trying to come up with some new content.
Yeah.
How about we make a Turtles franchise for adults?
A la like the Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like the Netflix Marvels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like even just the Disney Marvels. You could just make it PG-13 and take it freaking seriously. You don't have to see people getting their heads cut off. You don't need to see a lot of blood. But just take it seriously.
Yeah.
If you want to do live action, great. You could totally do that. I'd be fine. It might be cheaper to do CG, and that's also fine as long as you take it seriously. Because all of the different turtle iterations that we've had in our lifetime now, there is a collective of really good turtle stories that you can draw from inspiration from a bunch of them, rearrange some stuff, and have your brand new own new Turtles universe, and have it actually be awesome and menacing and real. Like the Turtles getting hurt, like there have never been stakes where Raph gets in the bathtub because he's almost close to death. It happened once in the CG one on Nickelodeon where Leo got his ass handed to him, and that's when Seth Green took over the voice of Leo because he's like, oh no, they kicked him in the throat. Like, his voice will never be the same because he was damaged so much. So I sound like Seth Green now, which was like, yes, actual stakes for fights.
Yeah.
Like, take the show seriously. Do you want all the money? Do you want people actually showing up? The Turtles would be a draw, Paramount Plus.
Yes.
You would get...
Oh, yeah.
Get people showing up for that show.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you what my post-credit sequence was.
Oh, please. What's your post-credits?
My post-credit sequence is we're back at I keep wanting to call it TGIF.
TGIF, yeah.
I just
it's all right. We erased the 90s.
TRGI?
Yeah. TGRI.
TGRI. Well, TGI Fridays. TGRI. We're back at TGRI, and it's all the same scientists, and they're clearly handling mutagen. And one of them goes like, "Isn't this kind of on the nose?" And it's like, "Well, it we got to fight fire with fire." And it cuts to like a dude in a tube, and then it cuts to the biggest snapping turtle you've ever seen, and then it cuts to a table with serrated katanas, and it's just like. Slash. Oh yeah, you're getting Slash in the third movie. We're doing Slash. We got Metalhead, we got Slash. They're all coming. Oh yeah. We
got a crocodile in the back. We're doing Leatherhead. Hell yeah, man.
Yes. I need to borrow that book from you. Yeah. I think it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm probably going to hit up a comic book shop soon, and I'm going to get all of the IDW trade paperbacks because I didn't know it was missing in my heart that I didn't know what was current in the TMT universe. I was like, I need this. It's not acceptable that I don't know what's going on with my favorite boys. They're my favorite boys and I love them. I should know what's going on with my favorite boys. Oh, man.
We did it, Jay.
I think we fixed it.
We totally fixed it.
I'm walking on sunshine right now.
Not only did we fix Secret of the Ooze, but we fixed the entire Turtles universe.
Guys.
You're welcome, Nickelodeon. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I know Eastman or is it Eastman or is it Laird? One of the main creators is still kind of around.
They're both kind of around. I think
one of them was definitely more involved with the new, at least the launch of the new comic run on IDW.
I don't necessarily.
But I don't remember which one.
I'm not as tied in. Not yet. Coming at you. I'm getting those books. Ooh, I'm getting those books.
But we just need an adult version of the Turtles, or we just need a serious version of the Turtles. It can still be fun and quippy. The Marvel shows are, but like there are stakes in the Marvel shows. Yeah. Even as much fun as we're having, there are stakes.
And I want the whole gang. I need all the other mutants. I don't need it to just be Ninja Turtles and Foot Clan the whole time.
Oh yeah,
I want the whole gang.
Yeah, get everybody.
I want Triceratons.
Yeah,
you mad lad. I haven't heard that word in forever. I had a Triceraton action figure, and it was like one of my favorite ones because it was just like, this is so cool. This makes no damn sense, and I love it.
The Turtles go to space like an issue like 25. It's like it's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts, and it makes perfect sense.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Aliens are Triceratops. What? Just go with me here.
Well, how would you guys fix the Secret of the Ooze?
Yeah, leave it in the YouTube comments below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening on one of the many varieties of podcatcher apps, or on iTunes podcast. Be sure to leave us 5 stars, please. Also, if you could leave, a little review.
We like reviews.
Let us know how you would fix something. Let us know how. No, I think I found it in.
Okay.
Hey, if you're leaving a review on iTunes, let us know how you would fix the review process on iTunes. Let them know how you would fix your podcatching app. Let them know how you'd fix it. Yeah, I think that'll be great.
That's great. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, man. But we will be seeing you guys on the internet in all the different places, all the streams, all the reactions, all that good fun stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will. I don't know when you guys are listening to this in the backup episode sphere.
Who knows?
But thanks for being here for our first episode.
We really appreciate it.
If you've listened to a bunch of these so far, thank you guys for listening so far. We have no idea how successful this is going to be.
If at all.
If at all.
You may be our first listener.
You may be our...
And if so, thank you.
If so, thank you. Also, save us. All right, Peaches. We will catch you next week where we are fixing the Bible. All right.
Mom, it's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But seriously though, like there just needs to be more of a through line, Retreat. Abandoned joke, Jay. All right, Peaches. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening, and that old fix it chestnut of how we end all these episodes. Yeah. Fix your mom. Bye, guys.